Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name is Christopher Hamer and this is a review of the Sony SRS XB402M wireless speaker. Now this speaker, as you can see, wants to be seen with built-in illumination and what could be considered quite a nice design. This does stand out. The specs stand out as well. This is IP67 water and dust resistant, which means this is actually fully waterproof, which is cool. It has 12-hour battery life and it has both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in. In fact, this is a pretty capable speaker. What's more, Sony decided to build in Amazon Alexa as well. So if you wish to use this as a smart speaker in your home, you absolutely can, which is great. Of course, the main thing when it comes to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi speakers is the sound. And I think this sounds okay. It's nothing special, it's certainly not audiophile quality. However, for listening, at parties and so on, where this really is marketed towards, it's not terrible. The bass, though, leaves a little bit to be desired, which is interesting. Because they certainly make a thing about it on the box. As you can see here, Sony SRS XB402M and then extra bass in a font that's 10 times as large. But no, that's not enough. Because if I turn it round, they really hit home the message, extra bass. This does not have extra bass. There is no way this has extra bass. This has a tiny bit of bass, but that's about it. Which is kind of a shame because I just don't think this needed to be in two places on this box, because if you're in a shop and you're looking for a wireless speaker and you say like EDM or you like electronic music and you want that bass and you see, oh, extra bass, I'm going to buy this, and you get home, you're just going to be disappointed. They should have just left those off. I think I would have made a bigger thing about the waterproof nature of this speaker. However, one of the things this does do is get really, really loud. Now, I can't demonstrate because I live in fear of getting adverts on my channel that I don't want because of using music that's not licensed correctly. However, when I say loud, I mean really, really loud. But the strange thing is that the actual volume curve for this speaker is quite odd. Up to about 70% volume, it's quite quiet. It sounds absolutely great, but it is quite quiet. Then the jump from 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100 are huge. I mean, literally, it's like quadrupling in volume every time. I think that's great because when you're outdoors, you need that extra volume. One of the things that you lack on a mobile phone is that ability to really push the decibels into a large open space, and this does it well. It has, I believe, two speakers that also use passive sort of amplifiers in order to make them a bit louder, and it works. The waterproof rating is great. You can throw this in a pool and it will survive. And they make a thing about this being rust-proof as well, so salt water resistant. So you can take this to the beach. The build quality of this is good. It feels solid. It does feel like it could withstand a drop or two, which is equally good. And then you have this rather marvellous lighting. As I said in the intro, it's not bad, it's kind of fun, but I also think it's kind of pointless. Beyond helping you to find wherever you have left this, so I guess the bright lights at night time would be quite obvious, I'm not sure what the point is. When you're outside, it's not bright enough to actually make a difference, and if you're inside, I just don't get it, to be honest. You do have various modes, which are changed by pressing a little button on the back.
Strobe, calm, cyan. D-light, off, rave, chill.
As you can see, with various different modes, allowing you to customize it. Now, as I said, this also connects via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Now, the Bluetooth worked absolutely fine and I had no issues anytime connecting, reconnecting, etc., or indeed setting it up. Wi-Fi, on the other hand, was a little bit of a headache. Now, I don't understand why, however, I had real problems connecting this to my iPhone through Wi-Fi. The app simply wouldn't recognise it, then I couldn't change the settings, then it wasn't connected correctly. It simply didn't work. So my tip there would be use this on Bluetooth. It just works. Wi-Fi gives you a few more features, however, realistically, unless you need Alexa, you just don't need to. If you're using this out and about at a party, just use Bluetooth. It's the way forward. It has 2 ports on the back. It has a proprietary 5-volt line in, and it also has micro USB. I do wish they'd put USB-C in this. As I said in previous videos, absolutely hate micro USB. It's a terrible port, and for a device that is this expensive, they really should have put USB-C in it. Talking of expensive, the retail price for this is £250. It's actually quite a lot of money for a speaker of this calibre. It puts it up against some of the more well-known products from Bose and indeed Bang & Olufsen. Now, they're not usually as resistant to this as this is against water and dust. However, they're still very capable, and I do think they sound better. However, Amazon's currently selling this for about £180, and I think for £180, that's not a bad deal. You need to remember what this is. This is a speaker primarily aimed at people that are going to sort of parties, that are going to be using this outside, that are going to be sort of fairly active. So, you know, someone that might drop this into a pool is probably the perfect speaker. But if you're not that person and you're going to use this speaker primarily at home for Alexa, I'd say go out and buy a Sonos, because they're better and they'll achieve a much better sound. That's what I think of the Sony SRS XB402M. If you have any further questions, please do put them in the comments below. Do you like the lighting, for instance? Let me know. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. Maybe I'm the only one. Equally, if you'd like to like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Goodbye.